there's no nuances. Like there should definitely be nuances. You should only be concerned with people that are literally capitalizing on it. It'd be like me making a parody of Amazon, right? If I don't sell stuff online, then who gives a shit?
Right.
You know, like to downvote that and or like to ban it over something like that it's just absolute, in my opinion, just one of the biggest manifestation of greed. Of just and irrational thinking.
Mhm.
It's like greed and just like why? Just because?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to know that it's happening. Who cares?
Do you guys know what room we were in by any chance?
312.
4U and 312.
Someone coming?
Dr. Perdomo likes Platanos.
Oh, that's the banana chips?
Yeah.
Or is it banana or is it the other thing?
Plantains are more of
Plantains,
a banana that is flavored like a potato chip.
yeah.
They have them sweet too. So they have the sweet and then savory. Maybe.
Ooh, sounds good actually.
Yeah, so I'm just going to drink about 2 or 3 liters to get me back up to.
Yeah, and then think about why too. I mean, if you're doing that, that's not you're young, man. You're a young guy. We having stuff like that happen too.
I did when training for marathons. I went through the whole. I went to doctors. I went to who's the urologist? Would that be the proper
If it's
term?
for the bladder, yeah.
And they were just like, "Yep, runners get it," and sometimes it just like pees out blood. And I was like, "What?" It's like, yeah, it just happens. And I was like, okay, it's weird.
It's got to happen from a specific overdoing of it though, because I've been running 3 hours a week for a long time. I've never peed blood.
Really?
And I lift 45 minutes every time I go, 4 times a
Right.
week. So I mean, it's got to be a mix between diet and or specifics of like how you're doing it. Not that you're doing it bad, but
right, yeah, because I
something's
went
gotta be
through
causing it.
so many like tests. They they did, what are those things called? Like one of them, they inadvertently what do they do on babies for scan?
The ultrasounds or the
Yeah, so they did an ultrasound on like literally by baby producing parts. They're like, you're good. You're going to have plenty of kids. This was when I was 40.
Oh, because they thought it might have been connected.
Yeah, they tested everything, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, you're fine." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's still
You're just
weird."
prone to it. Yeah, I would still be like, I wouldn't be like detriment, but I'd be like, okay, maybe I should adjust something. And you do know that because I know how sensitive it is. I feel like you're responsible in that sense, but because you're vegetarian, you did at least at one point really scrutinize your diet and make sure you're getting a lot of stuff right.
Yeah,
you didn't just willy-nilly eat vegetable, just
Right.
vegetarian. I mean, so many vegetarians are just like, they don't realize that with those diets, it becomes more of a reason to be responsible because meat has a variety of that stuff in it.
it does.
So you can be a little more lax, right? As long as you're eating a high volume of it, but with vegetables, you have to be really specific.
It does. It's definitely something that I haven't had that in maybe a year and a half to 2.5 years. So
That's good.
I finally I hate that.
You might just be prone to them too. Some people are, and to throw a bone of this circumstance or like anomalies, some people just are prone to stuff.
Yeah,
Things happening to them.
yeah. It is weird. Oh, I was scheduled to go live because I noticed they kicked me off the channel. So I scheduled today. I don't know if that showed up, but here is on D2L.
Sorry.
You're okay. I always tell you guys to invite them to class. If you got anybody on, just tell them to come to class.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
I told them they better come here in October, or we're not going to have a group audience on. So you too. I'm going to say
I know, that's
you guys
in a
better
week.
come in or I'm going to have nobody to.
That's in 1 week. That is true
Next
because
week, I told everybody yesterday. I scolded them for it. I was like,
Yes.
"You better be here, I swear."
maybe, this was last semester. Did I attach it to this assignment? Because I always try to attach, relationship with peers curriculum. So if you need something to model yourself after, you can use, I already
Relationship
know.
with peers.
Yeah, that's the name of the group that's Girl Circle.
Oh, that's Girl Circle. Okay, I thought it was something
And
different.
it's called Relationship with Peers. Of course it doesn't want to open. Why would it open?
Yeah, right.
Because it's already in our D2L for us to pull this up.
This is in the assignment where you turn in.
Oh, okay.
So when you turn in, file open with, I think I have to open it with something else. preview. And so this is what you have is a 10-week facilitator activity guide. You would be leading a girls circle if you want to do this. Obviously, you can do whatever you want, but a lot of people love that I'm making this brainless for you. I don't know if I'm doing you justice this way, but I'm making it real easy. You can pick any of these 10 weeks. They're about 6 pages long, and that's because it tells you start to finish how to lead a group and what you'll need and how you open it up and how you do the icebreaker, how you do.
And when we leave the group, are we allowed to look at this while we're leaving?
You can, sure. Yeah.
Don't you, isn't the point though that you want us to design our like even if we took this and put it over, you want us to at least compress our own version of it, right?
Eventually,
Because then
yes.
you could just click 1 week and just start reading off of it and do the group that's
Correct. I have had people do that too. So it's the most painless way. But if you are, for whatever reason, that's where you're at in life and that's where you start out, we're in a safe space and we're learning in school. So you could, you go through this. Here's what, hello. Dude, you're at the same time this week. Were you all co-conspirating?
Kia was supposed to be here
No.
before I was.
So what happened?
This was the plan. Kia was supposed to be here. So when I come in late, it don't look so bad. Because everybody gonna be so distracted by Kia. But she wanted to come at the same time, complaining and not doing the plan. We had this plan down since the first day of class.
What week did you guys pick to lead a group, and which week are you going to lead of these 10-week theme and activity overviews?
I think October 14th.
You like 10?
I think October. You talking about the date?
Right. So first you pick the date.
Yeah.
Did you pick the last day of the month?
No, I picked the 14th.
Hey, that's a good center month
Yeah.
date. You guys?
Did anybody pick the 7th yet? October 7th.
Is that one of them?
Yeah.
I got the Thursday of the first week of October, so I'm not sure what that is. It sounds like it might be 7th, but I'm not.
No, I think that's the 2nd, and then a week later would be the 9th. So it sounds like we got next Thursday, you'll lead a group, and did you create?
Yeah, so I think that would be the week after.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you picked a
I think
group.
I'll do week 8.
Oh, you like romantic relationships. What is it worth to you? People like that one. Okay, I like it.
I think
That's
I like
good.
that one too.
Do you?
Yeah.
You guys want to fight over it?
No, I'm not
Say
saying
it
that.
Look at look at this next week is even better.
Give me words to fill.
Girl fights or girlfriends.
That's a good one.
I know.
I might do that one. That's gonna fly like that one sounds interesting. I got so many homegirls.
Right.
Oh man, like, man,
This
really
is a not peer reviewed. Why am I looking at it? It's a statistically significant group. Like it is actually. Damn it! Are you all smart enough to remember what they call when it's like a group that works? Like they've done research on it and it actually works. Peer certified, peer evaluated.
So you're talking about the one you said away at the very first class?
I think so.
You looked it up. Oh yeah.
Are we, when we are sharing, like when it's our turn to like lead the group, are we writing this anywhere? Or are we just gonna just,
You can write it on note cards.
oh,
Or if you want to do a PowerPoint and you refer to that, the key is this is real life. Say you're the social worker, you're leading a mental health group. I want you to have a billable segment. And usually the minimum billable segment is 15 minutes.
okay.
I'd love for you to be at 23 minutes because you can bill for a half an hour then. Then you're bringing your agency a half an hour of billable time. If you had 10 in that group, it's $300. If it was a half an hour group, you bring your agency $150.
So if I choose girl fight and girlfriends, and I gotta put them all in a group, like I gotta make it like a group, like we did, like we saw for last week. Like I have to,
It is, and that's what I'm trying
and I
to
would have to ask some questions, like what do y'all think, and then go around the circle in the recording.
And what I'm saying is
So you're coming in class.
on
All I'm gonna do, I gotta bring
You
them
do it for
here.
us. That's why you guys are gonna come in class.
yes.
All next October. That's the rule now.
So you see
Next
this
October, everyone is to come every single day.
page
That's
65.
it. No, that's it. That's it.
So stay with me here. If you turn to page 65, it will tell you exactly how to run that group. It will have the questions for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You can make your own, but I'm telling you, it's already Those 8 pages will cover all of girl fights and girlfriends.
Mm.
If that's the one you want to do for real.
I have a question. So
Yes.
I saw for week 8, it had like multiple activities, but you said we only have to do it until 23 minutes.
Right.
Okay.
These are set up for an hour group, so you got that running for you. If you want to do the whole hour, by all means, but I'm starting you out baby steps. I'm getting you guys kind of giving you the wiffle ball. And
Well, if you plan on doing groups in your future career, then I would suggest you take this as a template and make your own.
right, yeah,
If you're just doing, if you don't have any desire to do it at all in your future career, I mean, I'm sure you're gonna have to do some inadvertently if you do any kind of counseling, right? So
right,
no matter what, but there's a lot of stuff in social work that doesn't involve any of this stuff.
right. It doesn't have groups, but you are right. The biggest
Probably should
thing
make it.
they give interns for whatever reason is leading a group. You're the
That's-
social work
it's-
intern,
Yeah.
and they throw you go lead that group. Like, oh.
Find this.
But they give you material then though, don't they?
It's where you turn in on D2L. Are you already in the PDF?
Uh, I don't even see, I turned it in and then I don't see nothing else after. Like,
I also may have put it out on an announcement. Would it be easy if I put it out on an
yes, I think that probably.
You want me to put it out on an announcement
Yes,
again?
that,
What? What do you mean?
The relationship with peers on an announcement again. So generalist practice 2, we went fall 2025. A new announcement. It was.
Wait, it's on that board.
It is where you turn it in. I know it's going to be hard for her to find on the telephone,
yeah.
but
Well,
I can do an announcement just so it's a brand new one for you, not to spam you with. It's just the PDF group examples. And it is here. Attach a file, my computer. Oh, I think I just had it right over here. There it is. Usually you can drag it. Boom. Nope. I want you to drag it more special. So yeah, it is.
Thank you.
Today I wanted to pull up the group that we created with Dr. Hunt that she's actually running that got funded for $599,000. Because I'm a dork like that. And that was, we just had our meeting today. We're actually funding Dr. Hunt and her case managers to get certified in therapeutic horticulture.
Oh, cool.
It's $5,000 to become certified.
Wait, you're funding her counselors, like the ones, she has counselors that aren't students that work with her?
She does.
I see.
We actually gave them a raise too. So we funded that to give her more counselors. We funded, feels like the whole thing. So,
oh, okay, that's it.
did you get it?
Yes, I did.
Yay. So, and you may want to, I don't know if you have access to your computer, but you
Yeah,
can
I do.
like,
I have my iPad, just left it.
okay.
Yeah.
But it could be designed on a PowerPoint and you can ad lib anything you want to add to it. It doesn't have to be run. Like he's saying, if you plan on doing social work and internships and just learning how to design things, it would be the bomb.
Yeah, especially if they're expecting you to design stuff, that you'll get, you know what I mean, if they want something original,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be a whole different ballgame than just following along.
Mm-hmm. This is another grant we're writing for New Year's Eve. This is another $500,000 grant. We're doing food insecurity next, so it is kind of similar to the horticulture therapy. Because this is a food desert here, right?
Technically, yeah.
This college has nothing.
There is not really much by here.
So, all right. Well, then let me get you the CBG. Also, have you guys done IRBs before? Because this is another thing you have to do for your research. It's going to make me open it with something else again. We'll do IRB, CBG. So for research class, you guys have something called the IRB, the Institutional Review Board. On your study, you would be the principal investigator. And then see how students even do it, what kind of affiliation does the PI have with the institution. You guys would do student. Has anybody taken research yet? Any of y'all?
Like, right, I took research writing
Oh, you did? Where at?
here.
Like, is it English?
It
What?
was English or writing, one of those. I took it that. That's
Okay. So it would
Mine for
be
social work.
social work research or psychology research or sociology research. So you will fill out one of these. You just give them everything and all the reasons, like the consent form. Dr. Hunt is going to have them do the depression scale. She always does the perceived stress scale. I don't know if I have a link to that. If you were interested, I could send it to you. Then you have like personal qualifications of the research that you're going to do. And then the people that work with you. So we've got a few others, Dr. Marcus Nagel. And then we didn't get approved until a year ago. It took 6 months to get approved. So you always got to plan for like lots of time. When we did what they will ask questions back and forth on this particular study, they demanded we have a translucent greenhouse, or is that even the right word? Like opaque greenhouse or translucent? Something you can't see through it. Opaque.
That's the one that's like white, kind of all
Yeah.
white, that still allows light to be amplified or whatever.
So they said that had to be done to do horticulture therapy.
Oh, because of privacy? And they wouldn't, I guess, interesting, that they wouldn't say you can just put up curtains of some kind.
Or a consent or something, yeah, like, because you could have them sign a consent form, which is what we're going
Just in case someone wants to read lips to the glass.
Right, yeah, I guess so.
It's in the corner.
It seemed
I
overly paranoid, and it held
Yes.
up $500,000 coming to this university for 6 months. So as you can maybe imagine, the president and everybody wasn't super happy, but that's the power they have, so they can hold up your study. So
Well, luckily they have that, hopefully, I'm sure they know that they have this stuff, you can buy that's like a decal that goes over top glass, and it makes it into that opaque. You can just
Yeah,
plaster it
yeah.
onto it.
well, and it's turned out since the university is on fiscal watch, so we don't even have a bulldozer money to clear a greenhouse site. We may end up not having a greenhouse. So we'll have to redirect that funding. Maybe all of us will get certified in horticulture therapy.
I see, that way you can keep it so it doesn't just drop out.
Yeah,
You
you
guys
can
do
grow
make-
summer stuff. You just can't grow winter stuff.
I see. Yeah.
So it is kind of a mess, but you just report and you give NEFA all the details all the way through. And that, it's a lot of money. It's $599,000. So Dr. Nagel does the greenhouse. We hired and trained some counselors with Dr. Hunt. We got supplies. This is all for a horticulture therapy group. So the group that she does, the students are engaging in HT activities. She said she's already done some things, so I'm going to have to do an interview to write it up. And Dr. Carter's in charge of research for experimental procedures. We're about now objective 2, because we only have a year and a half left. So we determine the questionnaires, stress and anxiety. So Dr. Hunt gives that to everybody who comes to counseling center anyway. It's like depression scales. How depressed at the very beginning of treatment, how depressed at the end of treatment. That's kind of the measures. We've done the IRB. Student researchers will research plant species traits for specific therapeutic properties. I don't know if we're going to get to that one, but that would be cool. Like lavender or aromatherapeutic
Yeah.
or cushweed. I'm just kidding. I don't think that they're going to have that one. It's not that kind of horticulture therapy.
I wouldn't see.
But people have asked us about that, and we did call it the THC grant. It's the therapeutic horticulture. I'll have to look in the protocol, but we submitted this to NEFA, and it was accepted.
But more of a business thing, right, as opposed to like counseling. or
Correct.
Therapy, I think. More like
Correct.
I'm going to teach you because the world is actually increasing and this is the actual field of business.
Yeah.
Marijuana growth and sales.
Right, yeah, maybe more hemp. I think Central does hemp growth and sales. I don't know if we have any female plants.
I see, that makes sense.
Does anybody know?
Oh.
Biology class?
Oh, actually,
We grow weed?
No.
We grow
No.
hemp. We grow hemp.
We do?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
grow
that's
hemp.
different, it's a non, it
I was
doesn't.
like,
can't
if
be
we grow weed, a lot of people be coming to school right now. No, I mean, because they're
We're
so.
taking it and going home.
Yeah, but
That's
I know a lot of people that
Hey,
really just
motivation.
are really interested in THC and just like how it's made. And a lot of people want to get in that field.
Yeah.
Also, I know they want to smoke it.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
like they'd be
it would've
test
been-
subjects.
The only problem is it's like, you're more of a, at this point, because the businesses are so prominent and they're the ones that have been doing it and they like basically cornered that entire market.
They have
I mean,
cornered
you're
the
basically, you'd have to learn how to just be a factory worker. Like there's not much money in you doing it yourself for your own small business.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are some that there's too much competition in that field already.
Yeah, it got oversaturated.
It's just like with any field, with
You
any
can't even be a farmer and that's hard to do it itself either. Like that's taking up a lot of time. Like, man.
So I consulted with Dr. Harris from another historically black college. Have you guys heard of UAPB ever before? It's University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. And here's what she did. I know this is Facebook, but she sent me this last night. So she's doing horticulture therapy and food insecurity. She got a $300,000 grant. So we've been taking off with grandparents raising grandchildren, bonding through Garden Initiative. So that was her research. It definitely has publication-worthy material. There's details about food insecurity. They're growing like the leeks and the beets and the beans. Some people say food is thy medicine, so they're kind of running with that. And I'll show you the very end. We have created a horticulture therapy class. So sometime next year, Dr. Hunt will be teaching the horticulture therapy groups class, and she's in charge of that. So we've designed one of the 3 courses. The other 2 will be a permaculture certification. And then that's what you submit for the IRB. So I'm showing examples because for your final paper, if you want to look up funding sources and see where you could get $100,000 to run a stress group, anxiety group, a trauma group, or any one of the groups that you're looking into, that would be awesome because maybe your internship has you doing that next year anyway. And so did you want me to go to the week that you all said you were leading, week 8 or week 9, to show you what these 8 pages look like for you?
I want to be honest with you.
Yes.
When I be honest with you, please don't be mad.
I'm not going to get mad.
Since I've been irresponsible and haven't been to class a lot, I want to know how to properly do this. The girl fighting to girlfriend, because that's the one I want. I can
Right.
figure it out. That's how
If you followed pages 65 through 73 exactly, you follow those instructions. It tells you how to run that whole week of a group.
and I bring all these girls into here.
You can bring people in to make a group. We don't want to fight in here, but we're
No, they're not
like,
gonna fight. They're gonna explain the, like whatever they tell
like
you.
running a group. So the same concern, like I don't want to lead a group to a small class or empty class. We've had people bring extra folks in. If you all are okay with it too.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't have anybody I bring, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have people you want to bring.
No, I didn't know if I had to bring, like, if I had
You don't
to bring-
have to. If we all are here, we are the group.
It wouldn't hurt if you.
Oh, we're the
also
group?
Okay with that.
Okay.
You sit up here and you run the group. You
I
are
said,
in
you gotta be
charge.
here the second, whatever dates we pick, you've got to be here. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you'll have no one to talk to.
All October, I'm here. All October. If I live in there October,
So I do know that.
Homecoming week,
Right,
we,
that's what I'm about to
we
ask.
have a speaker.
Oh, okay, so on the calendar, it said there's no classes for homecoming week, so we have classes.
It probably is no class because they implant a speaker in here.
Mm, okay.
Does that make sense?
To your class specifically?
Right.
Mhm.
They always have a speaker on homecoming.
In every class?
Yeah.
Any like Tuesday or Thursday class, if you've been to one that.
They'll have a speaker or
What, I mean,
someone
going to the
that you can go
cafeteria,
to.
you know what I mean, like every class literally has a different one, right?
They said 100 graduates that come back and speak to classes.
Interesting, okay.
They do it every year. I've been to each one. Like they do it.
Okay, I've never been to one.
Yeah,
I
so
was like, oh,
I don't know what week homecoming is this year. I should know this.
October is, I think it's the.
Is it the week you picked? That would be convenient.
I think it's the week after.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't know if that was gonna be, cause I was thinking that, classes that week, so I
Right.
didn't know. It's the week of October 6th through the 12th.
So that week we should have people scheduled then for it, group. If you're not
We
gonna-
probably shouldn't lead a group then because they would have a speaker in
Yeah,
here.
cause I picked it after, that's why.
Where does it say no classes? Because that seems almost like.
It says, no classes, university open for homecoming week on the calendar, so I didn't know if that meant no classes, but.
Like, does it say a certain day? Because a whole week seems just like.
It just
The
says,
whole vacation.
it just says homecoming, and it says the dates from from this date to that date, and it just says, no, it says something, it said university open homecoming week, no classes.
So is the dates they list like Friday and
It's like-
Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah, see that, I'm not too sure, I just know a lot of people keep saying no classes, and then a lot of upperclassmen keep saying it's like just none for homecoming week. And then I asked a professor in my last class, well, Dr. Nikita Jackson,
And she's like, there's class.
she said that she's aware that everyone classes, so I didn't know if that
Oh.
was a thing. I remember
I
last year we had classes.
know, right? So I would think Tuesday there's a class, Thursday there's a speaker.
Okay.
I'm open to whatever. I want you guys to get everything you would need to keep us accredited and stay as a legit university. So if it still adds up to 16 weeks and we miss something, sure. But if for some reason that cuts into the 16 weeks, that could affect our accreditation.
Mhm.
Just a side note.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to answer that. I could ask the chair.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'll be here regardless.
I know.
Let's say
Maybe I'll
that's
say that. I'll be
16.
here regardless too, and I can like catch you up on other group techniques. I know that that's not as fun as homecoming and like 7 days off with.
I don't even think it's nothing going on during the day though, so I wouldn't see no problem with having class.
Right. I think Thursday, the truth be told, I will have 2 speakers at my 1 p.m. class and my 2:30 class. They've asked me to have a speaker on that day.
Mhm. Well, I'll be here.
And we may have, well, I think it's Monday again. We have University of Michigan visiting here next.
Mhm.
We had UC this week. Michigan's like sometime in October. Then OSU visits, I think Tuesday, November 18th, if that is a Tuesday. Because they have money for you guys.
Mhm.
If we stay accredited and we stay on good terms, OSU wants you guys. Let's see how they have these little committees. So Chase is creating an attendance policy committee to review and develop attendance policy for the college. We are being asked to provide a member from each department. If you have good attendance in your classes and or want to be a member of this college level committee, please let me know by October 1st.
Wait, what is this for?
Sounds like the attendance in general is at the space for accreditation. If we don't have a policy, which it sounds like we don't have a good policy on it, it could affect our accreditation.
So wait, well, just because you know me and I'm 100% attendance, so
Right.
what do I need to do? Is there something I can do? What
I could
is it
ask
for?
Perdomo. He just sent it. He's saying who wants to be on the committee. I'll see if they have students
Well,
on it too.
you know me. I'm
Yeah.
literally 100%.
I know.
I'm never late.
Right.
Exactly on time every single day here.
Well, and that could be the issue. If they don't have a policy in general, we had them at Xavier. If you missed 3, it cut you a letter grade. If you missed 6 or
Yeah.
7, you failed.
Of course, there has to be consequences for those kind of things. Do you
Right.
expect anybody to adhere to them?
Right.
Otherwise, who cares? Like,
That's usually what we had. And then everybody like hid behind online class for a long time, especially during COVID. So
we haven't really handled that transition back to normal well.
yeah. I'm going to go to page 57 to show you what week 8 would be, and then also week 9, just so you have a preview into your group. So generally a group has these 4 or 5 things. So an opening ritual, it could be a song, it could be a video, lighting a candle. Whenever we ran mental health groups, we had something, maybe smells and bells, not just bells. Then you do the introduction of your theme. On this one, it's romantic relationships. I think, did both of you want it, or did we not figure that out? Sounds like all.
I didn't know if we could both do the same one, so I was just looking at different ones.
Okay.
Just searching.
It's better if we have different
Yeah.
ones. Do you want to do this one too, or?
I would get different ones.
So she's giving it to you.
Okay.
You're like, good, because I ain't choosing a different one. All of them are good. So it shows you from start to finish. Especially adolescence. I know they say adolescence can range from your teenage years through your 20s. I feel like nowadays it goes into your 30s just because that's the type of society we're in. Things are easy. You push the easy button.
Sad.
I
It
know.
goes forever until you do something about it.
I know.
I believe there's a cap. 50, 60-year-olds, it's still the most immature people.
Yes, there are very many. So you start out with the themes and then talking about making my boyfriend or partner is happy. Happy is what is most important in a relationship. Like they're kind of breaking some of the ideas of themes. Read the following statements and have them agree how they feel about the statement, encourage them to stay true to their own thoughts. And then on part 2, busting myths about relationships, like how do novels and magazines and soap operas or music videos portray love and romance? What is realistic about it? What is unrealistic? Can someone's desire for love get in the way of having a healthy relationship? If so, how? So we're having discussion here. There are a few activities. So yeah, it can cover easy half an hour to an hour. It's up to you. And then if we divide it up into groups of 2 and 3, that still is at least 2 of us on groups. And then healthy relationships and unhealthy ones, looking at past ones, and then sharing the activity. So that is for the week 8. Oh, there's a nice handout. It would be nice if we had some printers that worked. Do you guys have working printers in the library?
I think so, yeah. No,
Okay, all right, good. So then here is week 9. So this is you want to do week 9, don't you? All right. It does sound funny too. Girl fights or girlfriends?
The reason why I'm so interested, because of girl fight, not because even the girl fight. It's a lot of girls that I talk to that are my homegirls be like, that's my girlfriend. But like, you like, that's my girlfriend, but I don't really fuck with her like that. Excuse my language.
Okay.
And they get deep to the point where they be like, how do you know that's your girlfriend? Because girls, weirdly enough, I might be wrong, but a lot of my homegirls say it's hard for a girl to make girlfriends because you really don't know if they really your friend for the right intention.
Did you ask these 2 about that? Because they're actually.
I probably should. Right.
Or are you identifying as a girl when we're not knowing this?
I'm not identifying.
Okay, all right.
You
I'm
know the
just
psychology behind it all,
Right.
right?
You know, I could do that.
Okay.
Like, hey,
You come
I
in
just
with a
feel like
wink.
these girls do me.
Right.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. That'd be unfair. But I should, kid.
He's asking you now. He wants you to engage. He wants dialogue.
Alright, so. 1, 2.
Like, oh, my bad, kid. You wasn't ready for that.
He said, Kia, we're putting Kia on the spot.
If I may, what's your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Talayla.
Falella?
Mhm.
Miss Falella. What did your, can I ask you that question?
Yes, can you repeat it once?
Yeah, the question was, how do you know, is it hard for you as a girl to make female friends, to feel comfortable to make female friends? Or do you feel like it's pretty easy, you could tell, oh, this is my friend, this is my dog, this is real genuine. You know, but I feel like you could do that with anybody, but I see a pattern with girls, it's hard for y'all to trust each other. Or maybe I could be wrong, and I wanted to ask.
Okay, so with me, I don't think so. Like, I don't think it's hard for me. Like, this campus is small. So, for example, like I've seen a lot of females on this campus or whatever. I'm already knowing how they are without it me meeting them.
Mhm.
So I keep the conversation minimal. Like I know, like certain females, I'll keep it minimum. Some females that I know that are like, for instance, like people that are involved in stuff. Man, you want to talk to the females that are involved in campus activities because you know they have a good background. Versus the ones that are like going out line partying, they might be the ones you probably like, oh wait, let me chill out with it. So yeah, that's just how
That could make a good research study if you did that for your research.
Yeah, what you're picking up on too, and what they would say about male and female psychology is that there's two different ways they deal with aggression. They deal with like venting emotions and how they work. Men are really on the surface, meaning like if we have a problem, we literally come up and you can tell that we have
Fist
a problem.
fight.
We'll fist fight, we'll yell at each other like F you, like instantly, but girls use social things, especially like if you were to compare like someone who's antisocial as a man or a woman, the man would be one who was aggressive, who was literally, you could tell like almost on the surface, the girl would be the one who started a bunch of cattiness and spread rumors.
Mhm.
And it's like, so that alone, that dynamic alone makes, I can imagine makes it even more vague as to like, because your best friend, you can be great with like physically, and you're like, oh, we're nice to each other, I love you, all this stuff, and then the minute you turn around, like, I bitch you, crazy. I don't like her, maybe she did with her friend last week, you know what I mean? Like, so it's more of a social like norm within female versus male. You don't get that much in men because men are just, we're not
Like,
catty like that.
it's-
We're not catty like that.
Yeah.
It's not a judgment. This isn't a judgment. It's literally just psychology. It's just the way that social environment works. Which again, that's why I would imagine why girls are like, unless you really know your friend, unless it's like your best friend, it's like, I don't know, unless I'm really close to them, then they could be my friend or they could be just like going behind the back saying whatever they want.
And I've never really known girls to really also be like, say the stuff that they really think about to each other only because girls don't like to hurt their own feelings.
Well, yeah, and again, that's the aggression.
I can't disagree with that.
Okay.
Some girls do not care. Like
Oh,
some girls be like, okay, they only care about their feelings. Like they have like a selfishness tendency. Like they'll so they will talk to a female, but they won't like care about how the other person feels. They just want to get their point across and be like that. They don't want to care how they feel. So however they feel, they're going to say whatever to hurt them and just leave it at that. As long as their feelings are valid and they're hurt and they got their point across, they don't care. So I've had a couple of females like that. So.
And and again, to contrast with what you understand, a guy would interpret this the way of like, I don't care how it feels if I punch you. I'm gonna walk up and knock you out and we fight and I go up and I beat you. That's that's what you get for it. Girls are not punching each other. Instead, they're just like, I don't care, I'm gonna eviscerate you emotionally. It's just their choice of weapon. It's their choice of like way to kind of show hierarchies and kind of beat people down and or like lift them up.
Do you feel like y'all think y'all do fights more with hands or words?
For sure.
I feel like it just depends on the situation. I feel like girls say stuff to hurt people and then they try to like rage bait another female. So then it just turns into like a different situation.
I've seen wigs off in the parking lot, so I feel like somebody like ripped it and threw it and it blows across the parking lot occasionally. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
What do you think is worse, the fight or the emotional fight, like the word fight?
I feel like a word fight is worse than an actual fight because I feel like when you're arguing with somebody, you come out. So it's just like, imagine arguing with somebody you close with and then y'all get into like a little argument and then all of a sudden they start saying stuff that you never knew that they felt. So it's just like, I feel like fighting can be one thing, but like actually arguing with somebody, that can actually just be more emotional damage than just fighting.
So mostly not really, not even almost just a gender thing, it's a relationship thing that you have with each other.
Mhm.
And based off the relationship depends how cutthroat it would be. If it's somebody you care about, like a family member, they're like your sister but not your sister, or your best friend, they will tend to, it will hurt more just because of the bond and memory that you had off of them. And then once they say something, even a small thing like, you mean nothing, you a piece of shit. Like, whoa,
Not to mention, words and rumors destroy their reputation and connect opinions from everybody, but a fist fight is just one-on-one. So you smack a girl, she smacks you back, you guys might feel the pain of that, but if you go behind someone's back, start a rumor and or say something awful and it actually affects their life, it permeates continuously through the entire culture. So it's definitely more destructive to try to eviscerate somebody verbally or, destroy their character basically, as opposed to just like walking out and trying to destroy their face.
Which I find interesting because, like you said, males are different.
And so they're studying this now. There's been a assumption that a certain antisocial behavior and aggression only happens among men, but it's because they haven't measured correctly the ones among women. And they say that some of the worst types of sociopaths, as well as antisocial women, are much more destructive than some men. This isn't a judgment. It's just because of the type of destruction they can do. It can literally ruin someone's life. Like, and the most a guy can do this too. A guy can act. I should say feminine and masculine as opposed to male and female. Because some men act feminine too in that way, where they're catty and destroy relationships. But that can be really damaging. And like, say, a company could lose your job, you can lose friends, you could be shunned from a social environment. But like, the most a guy can do is beat you up really bad, hurt your face, put you in the hospital. Obviously, that's horrible. That's a terrible thing. But it's all physical stuff that can heal, as opposed to like, you lose your job and all your friends and everybody thinks you're
Right,
biased
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
It's really, it's interpretive. It's
So I did have a client at the private practice, and he explained to me like his first marriage was somebody very high up. Like she made a lot of money at a big company, and then I think he drank alcoholically, so that didn't help. And maybe even blacked out, like drank to the point of however it could have been. And she went to yoga class, maybe for self-care, but the yoga instructor took advantage of that situation, and the yoga male instructor then had a relationship with her. So that ended the first marriage. I guess the guy found it all. It's usually on some like messenger or like online where you would find the transcript, like not texting because it'll come right to your phone, but messenger where it's like hidden or whatever it was. So,
in your opinion, may I ask, in that moment, in that minute, do you feel like she was taking advantage of?
You talking to me?
I'm talking in general.
Oh.
Anybody, do you feel like, because you said the yoga instructor
we all have
knew what was
choice.
going on?
Yeah, we all have choices though. And cheating, unless you grabbed her and raped her, you have a choice. You can't be taken advantage of and accidentally fall into a relationship with somebody. It's your responsibility ultimately.
Yeah.
That's
like
your
maybe
action.
she should have ended the
Yeah.
alcoholic marriage if that's what was
Yeah.
hurting her, or sought help, or went to Al-Anon, or found a way to get self-care with the. I don't know. It sounds like all of you went to Alcoholics Anonymous. The Al-Anon Family Groups is for the friends and family members of the alcoholic. So it's a support group for, and there's Alateen for like teenagers that are growing up in an alcoholic family. So there's lots of support groups.
So they had a kid?
They did not. So in his second marriage, he did have a kid.
Did he get free from alcohol?
He did. He actually quit drinking, and everybody does it a different way. A lot of people do it through Alcoholics Anonymous. My first marriage, I didn't have any kids, and that was one of the requests. Like kind of why I got married in the first place. I don't want to marry another roommate that I just kind of lived with and whatever.
Family.
I wanted kids. Well, we wanted kids. We even bought a 4-bedroom house so we could have a couple kids. But life happens. Like you get a cool job. You're like, oh, having kids might be a lot of work. Maybe I'll just like have a cool job the rest of my life. And it
The
happens.
political ideologies around that time were very dehumanizing and telling us that we should.
Right. Yeah.
For me and for everybody, we were all affected by that.
I still think is being pushed a little bit.
It is.
Like,
No, it's not-
you
it's
have
not
2
going-
kids? Dang. That's more than the average 1.6.
That's what
I was gonna say you need the 1 point. You need at least the 1.6, or we're gonna die.
I know.
Our society's
I think it's
collapse.
2.1 is replacement value. I don't know
Yep.
if you guys have seen that research, but in America, we're at 1.6 kids per couple.
And that means, again, I know I said this before, but what it means is that as we grow in infrastructure, meaning we become more prosperous, we actually stretch out, we have bigger businesses and need to, that's a normal expansion. If you plateau, you're actually dying. So you want to go up. We need bodies to fill those positions. We also need bodies to take care of the elderly as they last longer. So like, the more that this happens, you get this balloon where there's all this help needed and there's no one to fill the positions. That's when societies start to crumble. They start to go backwards.
My kid was saying that yesterday. He said, when I'm 37, how old are you going to be? I said, I will probably be 70. And he said, when I'm 47, well, I think I had him when I was 43. So I said, I'll be 90 when you're my age. He's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Can you go over the week 6 thing?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there's even dramatization of talk show. Ask Alice. Explain that. Oh yeah, you got a good one for week 9. You guys like that this is brainless and all laid out for you?
I do.
It'll be a good start. Maybe you'll want to do it. You like it so much you want to create. Well, you do create your own for your final paper, so we'll have that too.
At least go over it too. Don't just get it up and read it like you're a robot. Go over it a couple times so you at least have some like,
Yeah,
feeling,
yeah.
emotion to it instead of just being like, this is the next step for like.
Ooh, giving voice to feelings. We're getting into counseling almost in this one. Whoa. Part 1. So yeah, again, pens and paper. We could try to find you some in the social work office if you need me to. I could even do that right after class. So a feelings identification chart. Maybe that's something they give you.
Oh, I had a question for this one. So it says for each girl, but does it have to be females only? Okay, just making sure. Because I've seen a lot of them were just saying just females and stuff.
Right. This group is designed for girls. Obviously, I'm using it for all of us.
Okay.
90% of social work students are still mostly female, so I have noticed that. Like the girls' circle has been fine, and most times I've taught this class. But if you guys are okay with androgyny,
Yeah, I mean, it's like 10, not even a few, it's like such a small influence on it. They just call it girl circle and there might be a few things that like very little compared to like any circle period for anybody.
right? So yeah, whatever your opening ritual is, it could be a song, it could be a music video, it could be a clip from a sitcom or something, impressive. You introduce, giving voice to feelings, the check-in, which I always mean to do in this class. I only remember it when I read it here. Did anybody have any highs or lows of this week you wanted to share?
High and low.
Yeah, or both.
High, I got 2 jobs.
Did you?
Yeah, I got
Where?
2 jobs. I work at the gym at MPC.
Are you?
Yeah,
I go there at least 3 to 4 days a week.
you do. And I see you every single time.
Today, my shampoo spilled on my running shorts, and it dried, so I didn't even know. So mid-run, I'm drenched head to toe, and that's probably why I had rhabdomyolysis. It starts foaming, and my legs are covered in foam and shampoo. And I get back, and they're like, "Dude, what happened to you?" I'm like, "Spilled my shampoo in my gym bag," and they're like, "There's like soap all over you." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess it'll be extra clean," but it was from the sweat. It activated the shampoo. I literally had foam for 6.2 miles and about 62 minutes. It was bad. Anyway, sorry, go on.
Hello. Oh,
No, go ahead. Keep going. I didn't do that.
hello. I missed some classes. They couldn't let out. Middle, I would say.
I like this. I like middle.
I found out that I probably won't be graduating until 2027.
Why?
They said that
That's the best year anyway.
I said that I won't have like enough credit until like 2027, which I wasn't mad at.
Okay.
I was like,
I took an extra year, but that was just me. I
That
took
was
an
cool.
extra year.
So I talked to them, I'm like, can I get a minor in education a little bit?
Good.
Only because I've been a teacher for 3 years.
Okay.
And my boss told me, he was like, you need to go get yourself at least a minor in education because you're really good at teaching.
You teach every summer.
I teach every summer.
And now that's 2 of you that have been teaching in the summer.
Who was teaching?
Kia.
Kid don't be teaching. Kid
He said she don't be teaching. He's putting you on the spot again, Kia.
I get it.
She got paid for it too.
Right,
So
Kid
that,
be doing everybody. Kid be. But he said I should really get. He like you should get in the education field because even if you want to work in a high school as a social worker, it will help you
true.
understand things with children.
Is it
with school.
Is it possible to get a minor in education?
Yeah,
It is. Okay.
yeah.
I didn't know.
It won't hold me back to like, oh, I gotta wait another.
Right.
year.
Okay. And you could take summer courses in 18 hours every semester if you really wanted to finish fast. That's what I hear. But we don't offer a minor because we feel like we're misleading you in social work. If you get a minor, you can't get a license.
And is it weird that I just feel like I know this probably sounds crazy, but I don't all the way feel ready to go out yet.
Well, that's normal as a student. That's
Let's
life.
say you're never
man.
gonna feel that way, man.
Yeah, I still don't
Let's face
feel
it,
ready.
You're never gonna feel ready.
I'm never
That's-
gonna feel
Of course
ready.
not, that's the point, man. To feel ready would be to actually have no anticipation for the future. So to feel ready, you'd be like, I'm bored now. You would hate it, trust me.
Yeah,
You would hate life if you just felt ready every time before it, right?
yeah, because that means you're still preparing. You want to do good and you want to make yourself better. You're not just like, I'm the bomb. I could just breathe and make things perfect.
That'd
Like
be
you're,
boring as hell.
yeah, you're always prepared and you're making yourself better. You're accountable. Like that's a good thing. That's why we have constant supervision in social work. I still have a supervisor and I've had my supervisory license for 13 and a half years. I still have to answer to a supervisor.
Yeah. Lean into that anxiety, that feeling, that butterflies, like, I don't know if I can do this, lean into it. Just
Yeah.
like, this feels good. When it goes away, you regret it.
I feel like you never know if you're ready until you actually
It's like,
do it.
it's
You
after
do
the
it.
fact, you'll know. You'll know when you're already in and you're like, oh wow, I must have been ready.
Yeah, and we will constantly challenge you. Like I do give you guys softballs to start out, but like I will start at whatever level you're at and we're going to get you up to here. And we're staying accredited. You'll have a 1-year master's degree because of it. Get that 3.0. That's the key. Like they said that on Monday. You've got to get your shit up to a 3.0.
And that's what I need to do because I'm at 2.3.
Yes,
And I
you
got
can do
to-
it.
I'm
You can do
trying to do
My sophomore year, I was drinking all the time. I had a 0.59 and I was on probation and I had to turn it around mid-college and I did, got my 1.92, a 3.45 when I graduated. I had to kick some ass. I had to really focus in and work hard and like suffer and challenge and skip those parties every single night. But, you know, I noticed it was the same shit every time at them parties, every single
it.
night.
That's really changed.
Yeah, it's the same shit. And some
And that's how the
fight,
party goes.
somebody blacks out and wants to fight, somebody passes out.
Boring, broken
I
heart.
wish it was like that.
You wish it was like, it's a dry
Right.
campus here, I
It'd
forgot.
be like, no. It's not even that. It's like you go to a party, it's the same music. Nobody really want to dance. Everybody standing on the wall.
Right.
Like somebody do dancing for like 5 seconds because they try to do it for the gram.
Right,
And then some people be too drunk. Some dudes want the girl, but the girl's not going. The
yes.
girls love girls sometimes. It's like, I don't feel like touching on somebody who I don't know. And then somebody get butt hurt about it, and then they want to fight, and then they fight somebody randomly, and then next thing you know, a gun is here. Like I'm thinking to myself, how we got security and a gun got in here?
Right.
The gun just got in here randomly.
Oh, the parties have security? Like metal?
Yeah,
They have
they-
a security, but it don't be like
It's
real
weak.
security. Like, it be like
Okay.
students have
Okay.
security.
Right.
I'm like, student that just graduated, that you could pay $40 if you want to skip the line to get in early. Like, yeah, it's just like they like, I gave you 40, you let me in.
And where are most of the parties? Xenia or
Dayton.
Dayton? Okay.
They in Ohio, so
Like
also
Dayton
dating
campus?
people. Not even, nope.
Do you go to the ghetto at University of Dayton?
Now,
You heard of that?
university day, I like university day parties.
Okay.
Only because I know ain't no crazy stuff but the police.
Right.
And that sounds crazy, but I'd rather the police than
Well, they're
a random
campus
dude
police, right.
who
I-
just mad, got his shirt off, like, everybody got me fucked up. Why do everybody got you fucked up? I don't even know you. For to get you fucked, and you about to,
Right, and there's only so many of those parties I can go to, and I notice the pattern, and I'm like, you know what? I want to be a change agent as a social worker and make lives better, and that's what we're studying to do. So, like, it's there's nothing wrong with parties. You're allowed to have
It's not
fun.
the parties, it's the alcohol that's wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
It's literally the direct correlation with all the issues of rape, of awful breakdowns, and just alcohol is like literally the worst thing that ever happened, and we shouldn't be promoting it at like parties where a bunch of kids congregate. It's
It don't taste
awful.
good at all. Like, I don't even
It's
get
bad.
It doesn't
It's
taste
bad.
good.
I don't
Lower
know. It
conviction,
tastes
you
like
don't-
cough syrup.
you do realize that nearly 100% of all rape and like really intense atrocities happen when people are under the influence.
right.
That's not coincidental. That's a literal testimony and like evidence of how awful alcohol is.
Yeah, and some people can drink one or two and go home just fine. There's others, once they start drinking, they can't stop drinking.
Man, alcohol evolved. They going to cut waters. This is not normal no more. It's
No,
two cut waters.
It's
You
too
blasted.
strong. Yeah,
It's black. You drink 4 cut waters. You more than blasted. You're gone.
yeah.
You're not even here no more. The cut water game got so serious. and everything. Like, forget the Luna and Hennessy. Cut water is so cheap and easy to get. I'll drink some cut water and I'll be good for tonight.
Oh, for your activity, well, yours too, because you have girl fights or girlfriends. When it mentions what are feelings, because this is a big thing that we were going over in the nonviolent communication material I sent out last week by Dr. Marshall Rosenberg. If you go to page 45, that's all the feelings, and if you go to page 55, that's all the unmet needs. So you could bring a print copy of the feelings here. Let me open this with open file, open with. That's what I need. Okay. Because Adobe does not want to work, but you could use the list of feelings that's on here, and it's hot linked. So you click chapter 4, and then when it says what are feelings, you could. I like this even more. What are not feelings? Words like ignored express how we interpret others rather than how we feel. Here's a sampling of words like abandon. You can't feel abandoned. You can't feel abused. Like a lot of those are verbs. Here's the list of feelings right after that. So these are feelings. Like when our needs are met, you could feel, and this is what we often do in counseling, is try to refer back to this and then use I statements. I feel, and that is the essence of counseling. My counseling degree was actually an EDD, so it's an education doctorate. For whatever reason, counseling came out of the field of education, and that was when you mentioned wanting to have education in counseling. That is one that I think we got a greenhouse.
Oh, they got
Wow.
the bulldozer?
Yeah, it is $100,000, so it's not a small ask. But this grant brings $600,000 here, which they keep almost $300,000 of.
100,000 just to rent a bulldoze?
It's mainly leveling the field, prepping the
of
site,
it.
getting the gravel. It's like all of the above. So
Okay,
I know
right,
I simplified it by a
that makes more
bulldozer.
sense, though. Thank God it's not that.
Right,
So
but
that's
yeah.
that's not including the building of the greenhouse, or is that the whole
And then we
thing?
have to buy the greenhouse package separate for $50,000.
Okay.
So it's
And
you
then
can
assemble
do it the cheap way, right? It may be the labor, and the NEFA grant will not pay for new structures. So that's the issue we're running into. So that money won't pay for new structures, but there are, how do I explain it?
They'll pay for materials though, and like
It will pay
preparation?
for the greenhouse package, but it won't pay for, we even called it a non-permanent site. We're like, it's not a permanent building, it's movable. And they're like, yeah, they won't pay for buildings. For whatever reason, that's in the fine print of all big grants. Yeah.
But they gave it to you to create a greenhouse, or did they give it to you for greenhouse use, and you're just trying to find a way to make it used for the greenhouse?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know I'm not answering that very well. This
No, I
is
get it.
Dr. Nagel, but we literally can't find the 100,000 to get this greenhouse for a group in horticulture therapy. And it sounds like we're getting there.
Nice.
I know. Oh, and here's the proposal. So at least I think you broke down. It's not going to open again, is it? God dang it. All right, here, we'll do preview. I don't know if Central skipped paying their bill on Adobe, but I think that they did. So yeah, this is our grant. I guess they get indirect is $178,000. So students seeking mental health services come to the University Health Center. The head of counseling, Dr. Hunt, has her office located there. Counselors paid by the grant will be administering this innovative technique, the horticulture therapy group, on a voluntary basis. So you have to say, yeah, I want to do hort therapy. You're allowed to say no. It's not forced. Therapeutic techniques and research proposed in the project are best realized by having a dedicated greenhouse, because then it's year round. Well, most of school in Ohio, we are 70% heating during the winter time. And we're only about 30% cooling during the summertime. Maybe it's 60-40. We'll call it global warming, but like we mostly heat up here. We have like 5 months of no freeze, and then we have 7 months of a freeze. is usually October 12th until May 15th is our freeze areas, and it kills plants. So it ensures compliance with IRB protocols. That's the like opaque or the, what's the word? Not
Just
opaque.
the non, you can't see through it kind of stuff.
So the original proposal included a temporary greenhouse kit and site preparation. I think they got quoted way more, so we were way off on our quote. Project recommended funding a year ago. NEFA budget review stated no building costs and denied the $50K for site preparation. The amended budget submitted without site prep. The project was awarded last year. We need an alternative funding. And then the in structure to move through administration to find possible funding solution. So if you guys know where we are here, that's where Dr. Hunt is. So the horticulture therapy groups are mostly out of her office, which is right here. This is where we'll put a greenhouse, preferred. And because it has electric, it has water, it has a natural gas. So to heat, heating, cooling, water. And this is what it could look like. So you had to give them all kinds of this stuff. And somebody's good with CAD design, as I could not have done that. But this is what our little greenhouse could be against her building. That is the most expensive if we did a freestanding structure. Hopefully have some tables in there. So yeah, opaque for privacy. There it is.
Yeah.
White, opaque for privacy.
So that's that one.
It is, yeah. So that's what the IRB wants us to do. Here's the contractor bids. Lean-to is the cheapest because it uses one wall from their building. It's $96,000. Freestanding is $105,000, and those are electric. And then propane. I think one person said, "Don't do this because when the grant runs out, we're not going to heat our greenhouse. There's no money to heat it." So we do want to hook it up to the university electric lines, but they might not want us to hook it up to the university electric lines. So that's another debate. But the discussion is like location prep, seek an alternative. We've gone through my chair, my dean, the dean's council, leadership. Provost is Amy Hobbs, and then the CFO and the president. So that's how you get a group. That's like the funding thing for just little things that you could include in your final paper. If you're really good with CAD, you could even draw something up like that. I am not good with it, so I forgive you if you don't.
Well, CAD's the thing that allows you to draw into a picture and stuff and change the angles and make it look like it's actually to make it realistic.
They use it for industrial design and
Yeah.
design products. My brother does it. He teaches that at UC. I would have no idea how to use it. I know how to do this right here. See the white on black text, and that's about.
Yeah.
Maybe I could drag a photo in that would be like this. I have trouble even putting the words in.
So I could draw it digitally.
Right.
Tablet and draw it in there.
That's how you get the big bucks. So you start getting good at all these little things that you can piece together proposals and ask for money, and that's where it's. That's it. You get $100,000. We only get about 15% raise. So yeah, hopefully if you guys have a chance to get over and do the horticulture therapy group, she'll have that for you. And yeah, fresh hot news coming out. Any questions on leading groups, or because we are starting next week? You've got a surprise for us next week, don't you?
You mean just in general? I got three I can choose from. I'm gonna just take one and add in a little bit more to be more just to take advantage, not that it needs it, but to take advantage of some of the structure here. But yeah, I got ones that I've designed myself. So it depends on what you guys want to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, send them a cheat sheet too. You can have stuff they can add into it.
What do you got? Well, they're already done. You guys, I'd definitely be open to any suggestions. But there's one of them's about artistic expression as an active and most useful coping skill. One's about rumination, how to recognize it and get out of it.
He would like
And
that.
then another one is about how to design your purpose and basically ask yourself questions that bring that into light, so you'll actually be able to see your future better.
Like making meaning of life.
There's 5 questions for purpose that help you design a hand that you can grab that future. It just pulls you into that. It basically creates a burning yes so that you say no to the stuff that pulls you away from it. That's the best group. But I don't know which one I'm going to kind of choose if you guys have any suggestions. they're all useful. If you actually absorb it, it'd be like, oh, this is actually effective. I do it for a living. It's like basically the link between people that are depressed versus people that just want to have a better life and understand themselves more and have passion and like motivation to do good things in their life. They're the same. The groups are the same.
It looks like with no answer, they want you to run all three groups.
All
I'm like, you better choose one. I said, for what? You need to do them all.
You're going to get them brainstorming.
Each one gonna be good. All of them gonna be good. You might as well just hit them all in
A
one
lot
time.
of them comes with the performance. So
Damn, see?
Performance.
You're going to have them
Show,
dressing up.
connection, turn up to expression.
Well, dealer's choice.
Yeah, I'll just take one. You guys don't say anything specifically.
Well, that's all I've got.
Cool.
I know we are too close to homecoming for whatever reason.
Homecoming.
I know, yeah. And I'm on a different channel now. You see, they kicked me off my channel. They closed my channel up.